All right. Make this a little bigger. I think that's pretty reasonable. All right. So let me just do some setup stuff. I think this is so bright. I'll change this. Yeah, I don't need it that bright. Alright, that's good. Alright, so I'm gonna do some React coding today. Trying to think how to explain this. So what I want to do is essentially, so I have an app that I have deployed already in production and whatnot. Now this is what the issue is. The issue is there's a loading screen, but then it opens the main app and then it starts loading everything. So what I want to do, hopefully in this, I guess, stream, is I want to be able to basically, whenever that's like the loading screen, like this loading screen, I want it to start loading everything else already, so I don't have to wait, or this doesn't have to take so long. I mean, it'll still take some time. I still have to do some updates to make this better user experience, but I think that's an easy one. Oh wow, I didn't even notice that's how that happens. That's ugly. That's interesting. This is a scroll? That's weird. Didn't notice that before, but it's fine. Anyways, so what do I have to do? Let's open up my app code. I'm gonna go get checkout. Update UX loading screen. Great. That can yarn start that, but what I would need to do, let's go Firebase, emulators, start. So this should start up all of my Firebase stuff. And I have a Firebase JSON, which you just saw right here. I haven't ran this app in my Windows machine in a while, so I hope this is fun. Or I hope that nothing goes wrong. Alright. Looks like everything worked. Let me just open up this port. Not here. Yep. Okay, so let's go to Firestore. So my app, I need to have some data here in order for it to work. So just bear with me. I think it's last updated is one of them. And then in season is a boolean. Let me make this less bright. This is pretty bright. That's better. And then season UID is a string, and then I think current season number is a number. Save. Okay. So I imagine if I do yarn start, I should be good. So it should start my app up locally. Or not. Is it still like running? Don't know what's going on here. Oh, here we go. I'm not sure why that wasn't working, but we're good now. I'm gonna sign up. I'm gonna use a dummy account, devteam@devteam.com. Should be test 1 2 3 4. Yep, sign up. So in order for me to make this person a dev, I think, why didn't that work? Does it create a person? Do I have to make? What's going on here? What's going on here? I would have expected that to make def at devteam.com, but let me just try it again. Delete user. Let me log out. Reload or something to log out from. Sign up. Let's try one more time. Sign up. It also doesn't even create the person, right? Which is kind of weird. Ugh. Having some technical difficulties. I don't remember what the issue is or why this is happening right now, but let me try and figure this out. What would it do? What would it be? Fail to load function definition from source libraries error. There's an error reading functions. Oh, I know why. I have to build this first. Yarn build. So there's two separate things. That's what I need. Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna fix this up right away. I know what the issue is. The issue is basically that I didn't have a file for my functions, which is like a backend stuff, and I didn't build the actual function. So, like, when I sign up, nothing happens because there's no function that defines signing up. But let me just find what the service account JSON is. Functions. Where is it? Source? Yeah, it's in source. Alright, I knew I was losing something. I felt it. In any case, here. I'm gonna hide my screen for a sec so you guys don't see this file or anybody watching. Because this is a file that no one should have. So we should be good. So let me try again. Yarn build. Now this should actually build. Ooh, it did. Do I have to restart my? I just showed it. Fuck. It's fine. It's fine. Alright. I showed it for a split second, but no one's gonna copy all that. Hopefully. Alright. Now what? Now what I think I have to do is... I don't know if I have to restart my app. Let me just do this. Let me delete this person. Delete user. I hope I don't have to. Like restart the yarn. I don't think I have to. No. So dev team at dev team. Yep. 9-4. Sign me up. Alright, cool. Now there should be a Firestore entry with this person and users. Yep, there is. Now I just gotta change this user role to admin. So I have. Do I need to? I don't need to do anything actually. I don't need to do this. Yeah, I don't. All I need to do is basically look at this. Yeah. And do all these calls at this, like, while the loading screen is there. Alright, so let's go to our client source. I think we can start in the app TSX, because I think this is where we're gonna start to find this issue. Yeah. Let me find loading screen. Where is that? Loading screen. Yeah, so as you can see, and I'm guessing loading is just a variable. Yup. So loading is just a state, and I'm guessing we just change that say after 4 milliseconds. Yeah, let me change it to 5 so it's longer. Let me just take these comments out. It's pretty obvious. Okay, so I'm doing 5 seconds to load and then switch to the app. Now what I would want to do instead is load the app. Load both, really, the container and the loading screen. Let me see what happens if I just, instead of showing one or the other, if I just show both. So let me just take this out. I don't know what I would use loading for. Yeah, let me just take that out. So now what's going on here is the entire application. Let me move this over here. Stop pressing that. Yeah, and you can't even scroll. Oh, I guess you can still scroll. I kind of like that though. You can still technically scroll. But this is just overlaid on top, no matter what you do. I kind of like that, and that actually looks pretty good. I mean, that was literally all I had to do, but I don't know if that actually will work the way I want it to. So, as you guys saw, let me just go backwards and redo everything. So, just to explain this again, there's 2 components here at the top level of the app. There is a loading screen, which you see that takes about 5 seconds. Well, I said it's 5 seconds over here. And then there's the app container. And the issue that I had before was, again, let me just show you one more time, was the loading screen would happen, but there's some calls that happen after the loading screen. But I need them to happen immediately when you like go on this page. So to recap on what we did, we basically just took out this condition where if it's loading, only show the loading screen, and if it's when it's done loading, show the app. So now what I'm gonna do, we'll just finish that, is I'm not sure what I would use loading for. Do I even need a loading screen? No, I do. Oh, I do need a loading. No, I don't. Excuse me. So how does this work? 1 second. Now I'm a little confused myself on how this is working. Loading. I think the actual loading screen component itself has some internal stuff going on. So let me go there. Let's see, up it does. So after, let's do 5 seconds. So after 5 seconds, fade out. So really, I don't even need any of this loading stuff. Not at all. Just comment that out. Just refreshed. It's done all the loading. too long only because the animation itself, I think, is 4 seconds. So let me just go back. Let's refresh. Because the alternative, right, is to keep this loading screen and leave it indefinitely until the actual app is ready. Before we make any more decisions, I want to check how this actually works with like real data. So with that being said, I'm gonna push this code. Yeah, we definitely don't need this loading stuff. Yeah, we definitely don't need this anymore. I don't think so. So I should get rid of these errors. Yep. Alright. That's good. All good and dandy. Let me let me open up a new thing here. Yeah, to the left. Let me just add it. Git add, git commit, update, loading screen logic, git push, yeah. Okay, that's getting pushed, so I'm gonna see a merge request come up. Yep, create the merge request, blah blah blah. So I'm in GitLab right now. This is my code source manager, I guess I can say. So changes, I have 2 things changed. Yeah, that's fine. Now the issue I want to, well, not issue, but I gotta fix my pipeline because I think it runs both when I push and when I create a merge request, and I don't want that. But that's a task for another day. Firebase console. Let's go open this up. Run Beer football app. So this is a Firebase console. This is the actual app itself. Cross origin, redirect, sign and go across. Okay, that's fine. But anyways, what am I doing? Let's go to hosting. So I set up my pipeline. I'll show you my pipeline code right now, actually. Even though it's probably not going to make sense to anyone. But let's see, where is it? GitLab. Yeah, so I set up my pipeline to essentially do this. So this file defines what this pipeline does. So essentially what I'm getting at is I set it up to whenever I push to a branch, it will run the pipeline, it will build it, and then it'll deploy it to a kind of preview channel, they call it in Firebase. So once this is done, I'll see it here, and then it's going to basically generate a new link, and that link I can go and test whatever I just did without pushing anything to prod. And it uses real data. It uses the data in prod, and prod I mean like the actual site that's deployed. Yeah, this is kind of annoying. I didn't even realize that. Is that how this looks like that? It doesn't look like that at all. So how do I fix that? I guess overflows none. I guess you would do overflow hidden, but then when it gets small, I guess that's the point of. Yeah, I mean, I don't like the fact that it does have a scroll bar. I think that's a little weird. Well, since we found out the issue, let's do a GG's in the chat or welcome friend to nobody. That's cool. so ugly. I don't like that at all. Overflow X scroll. Like, what if I don't put anything there? I guess what I could do is just only have that for a specific width of the app. That's what I think is most ideal. Components. What is it called? This is called the Teams bar? I think so. Not an issue. I'm not gonna stress it, but it was interesting to look at, I guess. All right, where is this? You still building? Jeez, bro. This thing takes forever. Let me think. Do I have it here? Now let me show you how I built the preloader. I guess it's not a bad thing to show. Anything anywhere. I guess I have to find it on here. Sure. So I have a MacBook that I use mostly, but let me see. Desktop, After Effects, football. Maybe I can just email it to myself. Alright, just emailed it to myself. What is over here? If I go to desktop, do I know Adobe After Effects? Yes, there is. Alright. Oh, you guys don't see the screen. Round beer, football. Let me open up. No, not that. This. Download it. Let me just put it in here. Should open, no problem. After 18 files are missing. Whoa. Oh, this is the. I was trying a new one. You know, I'm not even gonna open it here. There's no sense. I'll fix that if I need to, but I don't think I need to. I'm just gonna delete this because that's an unfinished product. Anyways, oh look, it's done. So theoretically, I'm gonna refresh this, and I should see my new URL. Okay, let's see how it looks. On Beer and Football, season 9. Still loading data. It still loads data, which is fine. Trying to think. Yeah, so as you can see, it's like a big app. Look, well, let's look at the network tab over here on the right. Yeah, everything is loading at least. But there's still stuff loading. The players takes a long time. Yeah, and that's all fine. So let me just check it again. If I load this, yeah, everything. The players is the one that takes the longest in the match days. Alright. I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna use the bathroom. I'm gonna think of how else I can fix this to make it faster, I guess. Alright, be right back. Alrighty, I'm back. So I thought about it. And let me see how every component is loading, because I think what's happening is I'm loading data, but the loading indicator for like the loading indicator, I think, for each page is dependent on what's on that page. So for example, what I mean is, let's go to home, landing page. Would it be landing page? No. I don't think so. Is landing page? No. Public. I think it's public. Yeah, home. So what I think is happening here, there's somewhere. Yeah, so that's the thing. I'm loading, like, I have a use effect hook here, and I need to wait for news, teams, players, match days, site data. Because I imagine that if I were to take this out, and this as well, yeah, it's fine. Yeah, the loading overlay. You know what, let me go backwards. Let me just keep that in there, but let me do the same thing I did last time, which is essentially, let's just not show this at all. Let me close this. Let me make that commented out. So basically what I'm saying is the app just loads when it loads. Like every component is like independent of each other. Just take that out. Take that out. I don't know if I need an loading overlay then. Yeah. Anyway, let me try this. So once again, what I'm going to do is push this to my repo, to my branch that I've already pushed to before. And I'm just going to remove loading overlay from Now same thing will happen that we just did. It's gonna push here. See, I don't know why. It's like the merge request itself sees that change right here. But then pushing, I do have, I think pushing to the branch also triggers like a pipeline run. I think that's something I can fix, but I don't want to fix it right now. Let me just look at this code again. So I'm using news, teams. Well, I don't even need news. I don't even think news is gonna be a thing, to be honest. No. But whatever. Teams, players, match days, site data. Filter teams and players by season. Yeah, this is a lot of stuff, I'm guessing. What does it do? Filter teams and players by season will return teams and players in current season. What I think I can do instead, I'm not gonna do this today, but I will do it eventually, is instead of getting all the data available for every single season, I instead just make a call to the back end in a way that, for instance, I can definitely in here look for players, and in that, like, send a call that it'll how do I do that actually no, players is to, I guess maybe teams is a better example. Is it teams? No. What I'm trying to get at is that I know I can send, instead of getting all the information, I can get a filtered bit of information, but I gotta think of how I'm gonna do that, because the way I set up my Firestore, it's just the most raw possible data you can think of, or like form of data, I guess. I don't know how to explain it. So for instance, each player just has FIFA stats, car style, country, their email. You know, there's nothing specific to the season here. It's just the raw data. The only thing that separates those, I guess, to know what players in a season, you need to know that this player in this UID, and then you need to go to the teams for each player or each team, and then check this UID stuff or players array, and then you'll know that player's in the team. But there's also nothing connecting the team to the season. The only way I'm doing this is if the team has players, then they're in the season, which makes sense. I guess not. That doesn't really bug me too much. But anyways, I think for now the best thing I can do is just let the app load. Like if there's certain parts of it that can't load immediately, whatever. But definitely there's certain parts that can load immediately. And we don't need to wait for players to return, because I think players is like a big one, right? Yeah, I guess what I could... I can check the teams, right? And then I can go to the teams, and each team has a players array, and then go through that array, and then fetch those UIDs in the back end, instead of having to fetch all the players, because I guess I'm doing something specific, right? But I'm also probably doing something general with players. Players in season, yeah, that's that. Let me see, players. I don't want it to be exact matches. Players and get total assists. Yeah, because there's like a global leaderboard section, and then I think about it, like if you scroll down, it's an overall leaderboard. And that's where it gets tricky to do stuff like... Oh, the overlay's still here. Yeah, okay. That's also an issue. Fuck, didn't realize that. Yeah, I can't click anything because the overlay's still there. Loading screen. trying to think of what I can do. Am I using like am I doing something with the loading screen somewhere? Like class. Oh yeah, loading screen. Would that work? The way I expect it to? I don't think so. I don't even think this is being used. Right? Like, nah, it's not. Definitely. I think we're all doing code here. Get out of here. Yeah, I don't think so either. I think everything is just being done here. Trying to see. Actually, fade out. Let's do this. Yeah, I don't know what the best way to do this is. I guess I can set timeout for something else. Yeah, I can try. Where's clear timeout even being defined? What is this? Clear timeout. Can I do what's the timeout here? What do you think? I don't think it's gonna work the way I'm thinking it's gonna work. That works. Now my question is, do I need to put that inside? Can I not just do it right out here correctly? Let's see. I think it's gonna remove it immediately, so no, I can't do it. Yeah. Let me just put it back here. Well, it looks like it works. I can click. Yep. Alright, let me try and see what this puppy looks like in production or like a stage environment. This one will have my updates. What was the update about this one? No, my thing now is, I mean, this is all done. This is good. I like it. Wait, I can't click on shit right now. That's fine. Now, my thing is, let's go back to home. So for the stuff that's using like players in... Let me try to see this. What is this? I guess the smart thing would be to just have a loading overlay over everything, huh? Isn't there something on MUI like that's not lazy load, it's skeleton? You know, like this. So what is a skeleton, right? Or it's called skeleton? Could do that. It's tempting. I'm gonna give this. Let me see. I'm gonna do it for one component. But let me see the usage. Item. a skeleton. That literally looks like it. Yeah, let me try. Because what kind of stuff are we looking at here? Like season 9 leaderboard, let's go there. Leaderboard. I think it's this? No, it's not this one. That's literally it. Alright. Well, I guess all I gotta do here, or you know, let me just add this first here. So I'm gonna add a skeleton for my good old friends at Material UI. I guess I could have just added it through here. That's fine. Do that. Keep it consistent. So what is it? Circular, rectangular, rounded. I think it's rounded is nice. So I can't just make it fit. I gotta put a really good width. That's crazy. Animation wave. Let's see what that looks like. Animation equal to wave. Do you see anything? I gotta put it in a box. I want it to be a wave, but it's not waving. I can't tell, maybe. I don't know. I guess it's a wave. It's very hard to tell. It's fine. Well, let me see if there's something on Material React Table itself. There has to be something, right? I guess API. Tables off some props, yes. Loading? There has to be something loading. Basic loading UI. See it? That does look good. Can't deny that. A lot better. Is that it? State is loading. Let me try this. I'm gonna take that out. Let me go to my table itself. Where is the definition for my table? Is it this? Yes, it is. Let me just get this all out of here. Or not out of here, but smaller. Okay. Because I remember that. You add it right to the table. Oh. Is that right? That doesn't feel right to me, but if you're telling me that's how you do it, then I believe you. Color secondary. Let me just try to see if I can ignore it. Let me see both of them. Yeah, let me just. Yeah, it works. feel like I'm not getting any of that. Do you think it's in a different version? I mean, it's definitely possible. You think because of that? I don't know. Don't know yet. I'm gonna try and see if updating the package does anything. I don't know why I'm having issues. Like, type string is not assignable to type. False pulse waiver undefined. Okay. As any. That does happen sometimes. I don't know why it happens, but it does. Yeah, now I'm invested. I want this to be the main loader. Why not, right? So it has to be done up here. That's interesting for sure. Can you have undefined? So, no, can't. Let me see. I don't know why this doesn't work. Let's try it. Let's see what happens. Yeah, I'm just gonna try this one time. If it doesn't do what I expect it to, I'm just gonna use the skeleton for now. 'Cause I don't know why this is not working. Dang, I've been doing this for an hour already. It's pretty dope. But I think I like the solutions I've already come up with. I mean, I gotta figure out stats is loading players. Yeah, that looks like it's fine. I can't use table data because it's going to be an array, right? How do I check that? I mean, it could be either empty or it can not have data, or it can't have data. Like, how would I differentiate? Pipeline takes forever. I'm just gonna check how it works, and if it doesn't do what I need, I think for now on that one component I could just put a skeleton. Like, it doesn't matter that much. Yeah, I could just like Why is this taking so long? You just want to see and have this kind of keyboard. Very nice. It's pretty cool to type with, but I sometimes forget like the different functions it has, so it kind of gets annoying. But whatever. Can you go? Like, what are you doing? Yeah, you see it like. I don't think this is gonna work because I'm passing in an array at all times. It ain't gonna work. But I'm glad I figured out that I can do that. Now, how do I fix this? I think for now we just leave it as is. I don't do this whole state stuff. I'll figure that out next time. Maybe probably tomorrow. Probably tomorrow. Because I have to think about how I'm gonna handle this. I think I just have to pass in an undefined because I'm passing in data, like valid data, according to my table at all times, right? So this component doesn't really know that players or match days or teams has not been defined yet. But I think actually, if I look at my state, I'm almost positive that the way I'm imagining my store features, like, let's go to players. I make it undefined initially or null. Alright, that's something to think about, but I don't need to fix that right now. What I could do, what I will do actually, I'm gonna put a to-do pass null value for loading overlays. Will need to update the load component. That's fine. I'm cool with that part, honestly. Yeah, I don't even need the skeleton right now either. So honestly, I think I'm cool with all of it. Just think like on once. Okay. Let's just finalize this. This is annoying me now. Alright, good. I think the main thing was for sure the main loading screen. Like, cause the entire app was basically held up for players, and we don't need to hold up the entire app, you know? I mean, I understand why I did it, but no need. I don't know what's going on here. Alright, I'm just gonna wait for this thing to actually finish. Jeez. You know what? I'm confident that it'll work, so I'm just gonna put this to auto merge. Yeah, because if it doesn't, I'll just fix it. So it's auto merge. Alright, anyone who's seen this, I hope you enjoyed, or, you know, I'm gonna keep doing this, because why not?